Today, we're kind of nervous because we're driving on the left side of the road.
Today we are going to Kangaroo Valley, which Josh's Uncle Kent told us is more like the Australian outback look. We'll probably see some kangaroos, at least we hope so. And then we're headed to Jarvis Bay, and it supposedly has very white sand and then really good snorkeling. My brother and his wife went there and saw huge stingrays and a turtle, I think. So that's on our agenda.
Yep, and this is our first time driving on the left side of the road. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. It's a little bit weird. We'll see how it goes. Let's do it. Guys, look what we found. Stop, hammer time. That's the greatest thing ever. Okay, yep, so it's not too bad. It's definitely different. I mean, being your lane position, I keep wanting to like drift to the left to get myself over to that side. The turning's not too bad as long as you're just paying attention and there's cars around. The biggest thing I think is that the windshield wiper and blinkers are on the opposite side. And so if it's like a quick, like, oh, I need to turn, all of a sudden I'm hitting the windshield wipers. So I've done it about 4 or 5 times now, but other than that, we're doing it, and we haven't had an accident yet, so. Okay, so here's our update for the day. Driving on the left side of the road was a success. We drove down south of Sydney, down through Kangaroo Valley. It was pretty awesome. It was really scenic, very rolling hills, lots of greenery. We didn't stop for anything, but it was cool just to drive through. We got to go to a really tall overlook that overlooked down towards the south, towards Jarvis Bay and towards the ocean. And then we drove to Jarvis Bay, which is right here. So we went to our first beach and we snorkeled around a little bit, saw some good stuff. And then we just went on a walk to the end of the peninsula, and now we're here. It's called Hole in the Wall. There's a notch through the crevice over here, and we're gonna sit and watch the sunrise and then head to
Sunset.
That one. And then what are we doing after that?
Then we're going to our beach bungalow, but on this walk we saw our first wallaby and it was so cute. We loved it.
Yeah, we got some good photos. Those birds.
This looks so much different than I thought it was going to look. It's like jungly. I feel like I'm gonna look up and see a monkey or something. It's nothing like what I thought Australia was gonna look like. I was expecting like outback, you know, plains with no trees and just flat, but it's nothing like that, and it's really cool.
All right, so we're on our way to what's called the figure 8 pools, and we're trying to hustle down through this jungle a little bit. And what these are is they're a bunch of pools in the rock, but they're right on the edge of the water. And so we're hustling because you have to hit them at low tide. So low tide is it's in about an hour, and this hike's supposed to take about an hour and a half. So let's do it. Right here. Need to go there. Okay, so small side note. The sand in Australia, it makes noise. It's the strangest thing.
It's pretty cool. Coolest part was seeing the octopus and the stingray in that pool over there, but beautiful.
What's next?
Next we are going to Royal National Park, and we're gonna see some waterfalls, maybe do a couple hikes. Not exactly sure yet, but there's a lot of places we could go, so we're just gonna figure it out.
Back to Sydney by 6.
And back to Sydney by 6 o'clock, yep.
Let's do it. Okay, so on our mission to hit the waterfalls, we got to one, and what happened, Shay?
It was dried up.
So, we're on to our next one. Hopefully it's not dried up. We got about 3.6 kilometers to go. Waterfall update, fail. The other waterfall trail was closed, and so we came out to this point, and it's almost a good second. It's pretty good. Give it a gander. So now we're gonna take in the views for a minute and then head to our next stop before we head back up to Sydney. Waterfall hunt number 3, our final last chance.
Failed.
In other news though, we did come down where the waterfall used to be, down the stream a little bit. We did find this. Nice little inlet. This leads all the way out to the bay eventually, and there's a nice rope swing over there. But the water is kind of disgusting. So we're just gonna hang out here, walk back up, get in our car and drive back. I think that's gonna conclude our day.